Hey everybody, this is Mr. On Demand, Man with Master Plan, back again with another great video about Samsung. The One UI 7 has not come to any devices yet. It hasn't updated on any of the devices with Android 15 and One UI 7. Samsung's long referred to around these parts as the king of Android updates, but because of their long-term commitment to device support, steady delivery of monthly patches, and their quickness at delivering major Android OS updates, even with their heavy One UI skin on top, Google caught and surpassed Samsung's level of support in recent years. But that hasn't stopped Samsung from remaining right at the top of the list with them. However, their status is uncertain. Today, after what appears to be a severely delayed Android 15 and One UI 7 rollout, that company hasn't been that open about. Let's go ahead and talk about that a little bit more. Let's take a look at this article here. Samsung hasn't updated a single device to Android 15, One UI 7, and we are looking at this article to catch you up. We'll rewind to October 2024, only a few weeks after Google had released Android 15 to AOSP. You see, Samsung hadn't released any Android 15 beta builds at all up until this point and had been quiet on when we might see those. That was odd, since Android 14 One UI 6 landed in beta as early as August for the Galaxy S23 series the year prior. That update went stable in November for a number of Samsung phones. So not hearing a word about Android 15 or the One UI 7 from Samsung up until October was eyebrow-raising. In October, Samsung announced that they were preparing a One UI 7 Android 15 beta, and it would launch before the end of the year. For the Galaxy S24 series, their plan was to then launch One UI 7 as a stable software on the Galaxy S25 series when it landed in early 2025. Samsung stuck to those two things, delivering One UI 7 beta to the Galaxy S24 in early December of 2024, followed by a stable version on the Galaxy S25 in January. And that's where we sit today. On February 17th, Samsung hasn't released One UI 7 Android 15 to the Galaxy S24 as a stable update, nor have they expanded on the One UI 7 beta program to other devices. We are months and months behind what we typically expect and see from Samsung, and they have been tight-lipped about the reasons why. The only update we've had on a potential rollout was through a press release on Samsung's Korean newsroom that translated to the following. Samsung Electronics plans to supplement user feedback obtained through the beta program and install One UI 7 starting with the Galaxy S series to be released in the first quarter, and then sequentially apply it to existing Galaxy devices thereafter. This appears to suggest the Galaxy S series of phones will see One UI 7 Android 15 within quarter one, which only has a little over a month left. Once that happens, the plan is to push it to other devices, which we assume means all of Samsung's foldables like the Galaxy Z Fold 6 and Z Flip 6. What's the problem with all of this? Delays are never fun. We know that One UI 7 is a huge update from Samsung, one of the biggest. One UI's history. But we are well into 2025, and Samsung has yet to deliver it to any phones beyond their new Galaxy S25 series. When you couple that with the fact that Google has pushed up its Android 16 schedule to quarter two, Samsung phones are about to be 2 Android versions behind. That's not a good look for a company that has been the king for as long as it has been, and certainly prioritized delivering new Android OS versions as quickly as possible. I do wonder if Samsung is looking at all of these somewhat minor Android OS releases in recent years and thinking it might be okay to put even more focus on selling One UI rather than being the fastest to getting new Android out. Android 14, 15, and possibly 16 do not bring major forward-facing features. One UI, on the other hand, constantly introduces new ideas, themes, designs, experiences that can be a big sell for Samsung to its customers. While there are underlying changes in each of the new versions of Android that are important, they often aren't selling points. We've come to this place where a new Android version drops and we just expect all Android phones to makers to immediately deliver it. What if Samsung has decided it's not that important to do so? I'm not saying that that's what Samsung is doing or should do, but their commitment to updates is on the number of OS updates, not as a timing release in conjunction with Google. It would also make a lot of sense for Samsung to prioritize new software ideas on its newest phones, like they are doing with the Galaxy S25 series, and then roll those features out to older devices. Again, I'm not saying Samsung is doing that or should be, but it would make some sense to help move additional units. All that said, delaying major updates and not talking about it, the fact is that's never good. Google has updated all of its still supported phones to Android 15 and has OnePlus new Oxygen OS 15 is also a pretty major update, and they delivered it as a beta in October, followed by the first stable update early in November. They have since updated devices as old as the OnePlus 10 Pro to Google 15, to Android 15. All before Samsung has sent a single stable update out. They've even updated some mid-range Nord devices. Interesting. If Samsung has altered its software update schedule to prioritize releases around new device launches, that's probably fine. I just think they should say that publicly. Otherwise, I hope this One UI 7 delay is simply a 1 year off, which it may be, for a company who has really been great in the update department. If you liked this video, please leave a thumbs up. If you didn't, let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Catch you later.